Welcome to Xbox Corner, my name is Alex, and today we're taking a look at my favourite digital deals covering the US, Canada, UK, EU and Australia. We've got everything this week from the indie to the AAA, so it's a very good week, so hit subscribe. Join us here on Xbox Corner for reviews, deals, Game Pass breakdowns and graphical comparisons weekly, and let's get started. Before we do get into this then, we do have a winner to announce for a $10 Xbox gift card. We also, as always, have another one to give away. All you need to do to enter, drop a comment down below and the winners, they'll be announced in the next episode, and that one should be now later in the week. Faraday Protocol then is what I would call a hidden gem for first-person puzzle fans. We reviewed it here on the channel, check out that video in the pinned comment down below, but the amount of attention around it, I'd call it definitely minimal. Luke covered it though, liked it a lot, and you're an archaeologist sent to explore a signal coming from an unexplored star. From that review, it's not too difficult with its puzzles to keep the narrative going, but it seems it's well worth a look, and now we get a new low price, a generous 60% off, and yeah, it's also optimized for the Series X and S. Ruiner then is a personal favourite, a Devolver Digital release. It's a cyberpunk action shooter. You are essentially a psychopath who's pushing back against what is a corrupt world while on the hunt for your brother that's been kidnapped. It's a twin stick shooter, this one though, and I don't know, it's just incredibly stylistic and it definitely leans into that brutality. I strongly recommend this one though. Between the world, the visuals, a killer soundtrack, few can match it in the genre. It's rocking a new low price and a steal with 80% off. I also know it was free at one point with Game Pass, but it's absolutely worth an add to the library. I own it on the Xbox, PlayStation and the Switch for some unknown reason honestly, but yeah, it needs a physical now on the Xbox so I can complete the collection. Speed Limit then is a unique little indie with a budget price point, 75% off a new low. It's a challenging run and gun style experience that blends in platforming, driving, flying, just all sorts of action. It's a game designed with high challenge in mind, but that temptation then of just giving it one more try. It's fiscal stuff though and definitely entertaining. You will get through it relatively quickly, but it will tempt you back in with even more challenge. The only issue I had with this one, it has some driving segments and the distance you can see ahead of the car, it's top down, it's a little bit too close to react and you end up crashing. Kind of ends up in these moments feeling a little bit trial and error. That really is though the main weakness of the game. OlliOlli World then is a recent release and it's here rocking 20% off a new low price. With how new this game is though, I think that is fair, and it's an ultra stylish side-scrolling skateboard adventure. The original entries, they were very low in detail. This one goes full cartoonish as you travel through a world of skateboard gods. Along the way you'll face multiple paths of varying difficulty and new tricks to of course increase that high score. The one thing I will say that was a bit of a negative, the story, it's not all of that engaging and the conversations, they can feel at times just a little bit overlong. That said though, overall it's addictive, can be more challenging at times than it looks, and I think it was a great direction for the series. Freedom Finger then is for the shmup fans out there. It's got a weird sense of humour this one for sure, but it definitely lands. The idea, pilot a massive middle finger and save the day while not only shooting your enemies, but having the ability to punch and also grab and throw them. It's 40 levels of action and the story, it has a strong voice cast behind it to really elevate the experience. The best bit though, an epic soundtrack, and it's currently 75% off a new low price. XCOM 2 Collection then is a steal here with a new low of 95% off. It's a turn-based tactics experience and one of the very best in the genre. In this one, the alien invasion was successful and now we are part of the resistance fighting back. It has a few issues with performance, but that goes for any platform, and the game itself is genius, whether it's on the battlefield or managing your team and home base. Then this bundle at this price is pretty incredible. We get the base game and all DLC. Now some of this is kind of cosmetic item based, but the big one, it is called War of the Chosen. That is a full expansion to the base game and it's got a good 35 hours of extra gameplay. A must play title this one though, and I doubt we are seeing it any cheaper. Desperados III then gets a new low price with 60% off. It's a game I praise frequently, but I think it's absolutely worthy of the attention. For those that played Commandos back in the day, this gives me similar vibes, but of course with a Wild West setting. a stealth tactical experience. So John Cooper and team, they go on an adventure which basically involves a whole lot of like taking down your enemies. The gameplay is solid though. This genre can be hit and miss with controller in hand, but they definitely did a nice translation. Looks great, especially the environments, and then difficulty wise, I would kind of give a warning here, it can be pretty challenging at points, kicked my ass more than a few times. Into the final 3 games then, we're starting with F1 2021. I know I've spoken to this game a lot, but a new low here again, 75% off, and at this point, race fans, you cannot sleep on it. The only thing I would suspect here is it's gonna appear on EA's Play subscription, probably sooner rather than later, you know, no doubt given the fact they now own Codemasters, and they're probably working here just to get every bit of cash out of it that they can. The gameplay though, you can't fault it, the cars feel better than ever, and the Series XS upgrade really makes those visuals pop. It even packs a story mode which takes you through a season with a new racer. It is cheesy, but I enjoyed it honestly, and it also acts as a tutorial for those maybe new to F1. I can't wait for the 2022 installment, but curious to also see how they managed to kind of outdo this 2021 entry. Our winner of the week then, it's going to Lowcut, who seems to like the content, and we seriously appreciate the support. We try to get as much content out as possible here for the community. It's been a little bit quieter than normal on the channel this week, only because Luke has unfortunately been a bit sick, but we should start to see now things picking up over the next few days. Congrats Lowcut, drop me an email to claim your code, and everyone else, drop a comment down below for your chance to win in the next video. Alright, so Grand Theft Auto 5, and it's for the X and S owners out there. It's a pre-order, but it seemed worthy of a mention. We've got a discount on launch of 50% off, even if I do think personally this should have been a free upgrade for owners already. It's coming in 2 editions though. This one we get the full release, so that's the base game and online, or you can buy just the online element if you prefer. This is of course, again as I said, a pre-order till later in the week. Basically though, you feel like revisiting the story, you know which package to get. I think I actually might give it a play honestly, even if I do think we need the 6th entry ASAP at this point. The gameplay and the storytelling on offer though, you cannot question. An incredible world, a unique set of missions and side activities, and one of the best casts in series history. Hopefully this update though is in better shape than the recently released trilogy. That was an utter disappointment. I doubt they're really going to mess up this, cash cow though. And that's another week down. Will you be adding anything to the library this week or holding onto that cash? I'm going to go ahead and grab a GTA, mainly because we will be dropping a graphical comparison here on the channel at release, so do watch out for that. We also have a fair few videos in fact now over the next few days, so hit subscribe, all that other jazz, and I'll see you all on the next video. Thanks everyone.